Hey guys and girls, what is going on? It is Zazzri today, and I'm bringing you Season 1, Episode number 3 of my Chelsea Crow Mode. So, to kick things off, I just want to say that if you want some cheap coins, then FIFA Coinbase will be in the description. Furthermore, I'm trying to get back on a regular upload schedule. I know I say this often, but yeah, to never miss a video, follow me on Twitter and like me on Facebook, and I'll always post my videos there and kind of talk to you guys on that. But anyway, let's get into the video. So, first off, we've got a Premier League game against Sunderland here, and I just want to talk about a few things first. Relating to this Chelsea Crow Mode, and it's weird because I was looking through and I was like super editing last night. I did like 3 hours of editing, and just to like catch up and have pretty much all the footage I've got edited, because then I thought, you know, whenever I've got 10 minutes spare, I can just do a commentary, and then it's much easier, and that hopefully won't fall behind. And I noticed that this Chelsea Crow Mode is literally going to have 6 episodes in this season, and you might be thinking, whoa, you're simming so many games. No, I'm not. I'm not simming. I've simmed like 5 games out of like, I don't know, 50, and it's not that. I think it's just because people have said, we want longer videos, so I've tried to make the videos all 10 minutes long at least, instead of 6 and 7, and I think that does make a big difference. Like, it might have been a 9-episode season, and it also kind of shows that they don't take that long to get through a season, to be honest. I've played pretty much every single game. We've done well in the competitions, so it doesn't really need to take that long. And I think that although it is only 6 long, they're all like 10-minute videos, and yeah, I think that makes up for it. As you can see here, we are battering Sunderland 4-0, and then we weren't even done there in the 90th minute. Juan Mata makes it 5-0, and that's his 9th league goal of the season, which is pretty awesome. He's actually scored a lot of goals for me. It's kind of weird that he's scored so many. Towards the start of the season, when I was kind of struggling for goals, he was really scoring. Well, we weren't struggling, it was just that the midfielders were actually. So we've got Eto, Schürrle, Nathan Ake, Hazard and Mata picking up the goals for us there. 5-0 win away from home at Sunderland is pretty incredible, to be honest. That is a really tough atmosphere to go to, and now we move on to Arsenal away from home. There was actually nothing to show you guys other than the 89th minute. Paul Pogba, I don't know if I think I was going to bring him off, and then I was just like, let's leave him on, because he can just randomly do things like that and just randomly score or create a bit of play. And yeah, luckily he did score for us there, which made it 1-0 in the 89th minute away from home at Arsenal. Mario Balotelli, look at that, cuts inside, lovely, and then an absolutely beautiful finish in the top corner. 90th minute, making it 2-0. We clearly won the game now, and it was weird, like I just could not score, couldn't even get close to scoring, and then all of a sudden Pogba and Balotelli just tear the Arsenal defence. They weren't even tearing it apart, because the Arsenal defence was still kind of staying on me and pressing me and stuff, but I just managed to get through. 2-0 win away from home at Arsenal after that 5-0 win against Sunderland. We are looking very strong. I was very pleased with the performances. And now we're moving on to Liverpool at home. By the way, there's a score report at the end of the video. It'll say in the title, like big games or whatever. And score report, mid-season will be at the end of the video, by the way, guys. Anyway, Sacco does put them 1-0 up. It was a pretty good free kick, right in the right areas, and then Sacco got the ball and then just put it in the back of the net. There's nothing really I could do about it, because I was pressing A, but other than that, you don't really have control of the players at that point. But luckily, we had Mario Balotelli on the pitch, and you can see his strength, you can see his pace, and then luckily does finish it there, and that makes it 1-1. That kind of shows you guys as well, like how that 9 goals by Mata is pretty incredible. Like, Balotelli's been in good form, he's playing well, and he's only scored 7 league goals. Mata scored 9, and he's an attacking midfielder instead of a striker, so it's kind of interesting. So yeah, there's a 1-1 draw at home to Liverpool. I mean, hopefully, we would have got a win, but unfortunately we didn't. This is quite an important thing. So Siglio is still for a broken ankle and be out for 3 months. Absolute key player for me. You've been absolutely loving using him right back and left back. This will be important for when we come to January transfers, because what we're going to do, in terms of who we're going to sell, who we're going to bring in, etc. So just don't leave any comments about that yet, because I've already recorded it and everything, and I've already know what we're going to do with that. But yeah, I just wanted to show you guys that, just because it'll be interesting for you guys when we come to some January transfers. But yeah, we've got one more game before the score report. It's against Southampton away from home again. Fernando Torres gets his 7th goal of all competitions. The thing about Torres is, like, as I've said this before, he's kind of it's hard to tell, you know, if he's playing well in a game because he'll get close and won't score, but then sometimes he'll just score like 3 goals in a row, or will just tear an opponent apart. So it's kind of difficult sometimes. Oh, that was such a lovely ball. I think that was Juan Mata. And it was to Torres, and yeah, Torres finishes it, making it 2-0. Obviously his 8th goal, and that pretty much sealed up the game for us. Torres, this is what I mean about him though, like he wouldn't have scored or even got close to scoring for the first, you know, 60 minutes, and then scores 2, and it's like, whoa, I almost brought that guy off, and that kind of plays in my mind sometimes. But yeah, 2-0 win away from home at Southampton. Schwartz was playing because Cech was a bit tired. And yeah, moving on to the squad report, I'm just going to talk about the team. You know, if you're interested in a particular player, then you can look for him. The reason Almeria is playing is because I think that Ivanovic was injured. No, Ivanovic was suspended and Disicile was injured, so I had to put him in. He's actually been fantastic for me. He's really tall, and he's got a decent bit of pace, decent bit of everything. He just feels like a solid player, even though necessarily looking at his stats, you might be like, he's not very good. It is kind of interesting to see. But yeah, with this Chelsea Chrome, this is my favourite one. I prefer this to the Man City one. I think it is because I do support Chelsea. It's kind of like it kind of makes me more invested in the team and stuff, and make me want them to succeed more. With the Man City one, it's like, oh, it's annoying that we, you know, it's annoying that we've gone out of the Champions League or whatever it is. But with the Chelsea one, it's like I'm like fuming if we, you know, lose a game or whatever. Just like I would be in real life. So it is kind of different in terms of that. David Luiz has been so good. But this is the thing I found annoying about Chrome Mode, that based on stats, you know, you look at a player and Gary Cahill, fantastic in game, and I'll just look at him and I'll be like, he's not that good. Oh yeah, I do want to talk about Cole actually, before I get back to that. Yeah, look at all Cole's stats. I think we're going to have to bring in a left back at the January transfers, just because Cole is just becoming nowhere near good enough. Like when I'm playing with him, he's just becoming slow and, you know, not very good. So yeah, we'll have to look into that. Paul Pogba is going by 3 to an 82. Look at his stats. I'm not joking. Does that not look like Yaya Touré's stats pretty much? He's like a better rounded Yaya Touré. It's pretty weird to see. And he's aged 20. Like, imagine how good he's going to be. Partnered with Ramirez is so good, because Ramirez has got that incredible bit of pace on him, because he's got a 90 sprint speed. And it, you know, it does work well because Pogba's like the engine, the big midfielder that just wins the ball, distributes it. Ramirez, you know, if we're going to run back and win the ball and stop a, you know, breakaway, that's what I use Ramirez for. You know, he's really useful at that. Oscar's grown as well, and so is Eden Hazard. Hazard's been, it doesn't matter what, you know. The reason I'm not showing goals and assists is because I kind of feel that it's a bit misleading if I show you guys, you know, not a full season, because you might be like, oh, sell that player in January because he's doing crap, when in reality it's just, you know, he hasn't had the fair chance or whatever, you know, because players, you know, might say they've played 15 games, yeah, but those 15 games might have been all brought on from the bench, you know, the last 10 minutes, so that's not necessarily fair to look at that. But yeah, one thing about Andre Schürrle, I just want to mention this to you guys and see what you guys think. I think it's to do with oh no, I wasn't sure what it was to do with. Basically, like when he gets the ball, he'll touch the ball, and then you look at his stats, and he should be really fast, but he feels just sluggish, like he can't dribble, like he's really bad at everything. And I don't know what that is. Like, if you guys could help me out, because I'm honestly looking at selling him in the start of next season, maybe, because that's when we will get like Piazon, Atsu, players like that back off loan, so we'll have other players there in that position. But like, he'll touch the ball, and then it's just like he'll either just have a terrible first touch, or he's just sluggish. Like players that are known to be really slow, he will just like get beaten by them, and it's just like, what's going on? Like, he just seems really slow when he gets the ball. He doesn't seem very fast. I know he's tall, but I honestly don't know what that is. If you guys could leave a comment about that and maybe suggest why, or if it's something to you as well, that would be really helpful, as I'm kind of interested in that. Looking at the striker stats, we're probably going to have to get 2 new strikers in come the Season 2 Episode 1, because, you know, they're only going to be good for a season. But yeah, you can see Disicile has been injured, that's why he's starting to go down. He was actually going up, and then he got injured, and now his stats are starting to go down, which is really disappointing. So yeah, it's kind of really annoying. It's kind of like frustrating, because it happened with Michael Royce in my Manchester City career, and it's like your players will be growing, then they get an injury, nothing, you know, to do with you, and then, oh wow, you know, they're injured. Look at this, John Terry and Lampard going down absolutely loads. Lampard's retiring at the end of the season, and Terry, I love Terry in real life, but I mean, we might have to look at getting rid of him in January. Massive wage bill, not getting in the team, and he was getting in the team at the start, but he's just been going down so quick. It's like, well, I need to give David Luiz and Gary Cahill, the players that will guide me for the next few seasons, a good chance. These are some of the players that are out on loan. Piazon's going by 2 to a 77. Lukaku, I was just interested in how many goals and assists. He only got 1 goal and 2 assists, which is a little bit poor. But yeah, Thorgan Hazard, Atsu, Thomas Callas, who looks like a cracking little player. We'll look forward to using him. And yeah, that's the squad report, guys. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, please give it a like rating. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.